welcome to the Fantasy News Show from the Bottled Imp. My name is Ken Boyter, and this is your weekly fix of fantasy news. On this week's show, zombies attack. Who will be the winners of the British Fantasy Awards? And the Merchant of Bristol is to run the Crystal Maze. But first, FantasyCon By The Sea comes to the seaside town of Scarborough. Now, this convention is for readers, writers, artists, editors, and publishers of all things fantastical. It's a 3-day event, and it's 3 days of panels, talks, workshops, and socialising. That's all according to their website. And it brings together the best in writing, publishing, and reading, and it's all run by the British Fantasy Society. Their guests of honour include Elizabeth Bear, Francis Hardinge, Adam Neville, Scott Lynch, James Smythe, Derek Landy. As well as special guests, there will be various workshops, book launches, readings, and entertainment. FantasyCon takes place on the 23rd to the 25th of September and is being held over 2 hotels, one being the Grand and the other one is the Royal. And you can find out more and to book your tickets if you visit FantasyConByTheSea.com, and we will put all the links into the description of this episode. UK Games, let's do that again. That's programmed in my head, UK Games. UK Tabletop Creators Network Jam, apart from being a bit of a mouthful, is the first of its kind in the UK. And this event focuses on the UK board game designers, publishers and reviewers. Unfortunately, we can't make it because I'm acting in a murder mystery that weekend. Otherwise, I'd be very interested to going along. There'll be guest speakers, there's going to be a gaming space, there's going to be prototypes from designers and publishers, and there's also going to be a games library so you can play games there. It takes place on Saturday the 24th of September from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. at the Inside the Box Board Game HQ, which is in Unit 5 in Osborne Street in London. Spaces are limited, so be very quick. Tickets are free, and you can check out Inside the Box Facebook page, or you can visit the website eventbrite.uk if you are interested. And again, as I said, we will put the descriptions in this episode. Canterbury is hosting the Mystical Market on Saturday the 1st of October. There'll be lots of stalls selling gifts and obviously mystical fantasy things. Plus there's going to be readings, I'm assuming that's psychic readings, healing, and there'll be treatments amongst other things. There's also going to be music on stage all day from Willow's Drum, Matthew Callow, Soluna Tribal Belly Dancers, yay, Morgan's Path and Pixophonic. There's also going to be opening and closing ceremonies as well. There's going to be a variety of snacks, drinks and lunches available throughout the day, and they're going to be provided by the Green Man Cafe. And all the mystical fun takes place at the Westgate Hall in Canterbury, Kent from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tickets are on the door and they're going to cost £2.50, and the kids, they get in for free. You can visit mysticalarts.co.uk to see a little video of the previous event. I couldn't find too much more information about that. Maybe they've got a Facebook page as well. Do you fancy surviving a zombie attack? We've all dreamt about it, haven't we? Well, now you can, thanks to Zombie Experiences. Yes, you and a group of your best buddies can pit your wits, running abilities and cunning, or maybe hiding, against hordes of hungry zombies that want to eat your brains out. Zombie Experiences offer several zombie experiences, of which are After Dark, Boot Camp, Secret Bunker, Shopping Mall, or I guess in this country it's Shopping Centre, but it is in the UK this anyway, The Asylum, The Factory, Ultimate Zombie, Urban Zombie Battle. And it does look amazing. I've looked on their website. It does look a lot of fun. They've got a small promotional video as well. And it does look like you can fire weapons at zombies. Now, I'm assuming it's paintball weapons, not actually live ammunition. They're going to be providing all the equipment, and you also get training too. There are several locations around the UK. These are London, Reading, Droitwich, Sheffield and Manchester. And if you visit their website, which is zombieexperiences.co.uk, you can find out more if you dare. The Crystal Maze is set to return for a one-off show in aid of charity. Now, if you ever wanted Channel 4 to bring this fantastic show back, then they are doing so. I have. It's one of my favourites. Channel 4 confirmed to BBC News that the show will be part of its Stand Up to Cancer fundraiser in October. And rumours were floating around about who was going to be filling the presenting shoes of the previous show. Obviously, it was originally Richard O'Brien, and then Ed Tudor-Pole took over. And the strongest rumour was that former Doctor Who David Tennant was going to be the presenter. Well, it turns out that Stephen Merchant from The Office and other things like Life's Too Short and Extras, he is going to be guiding the players through the maze. Now, for those of you that don't know, Crystal Maze is actually what happens to members of the public. They are put into these zones. There's 4 themed zones, and they have to tackle a range of physical, mental, skill and mystery timed challenges, all to win crystals. And each crystal, you gain 5 seconds of time in the big end game where you're all put into this big massive crystal. Does this make sense? And then you're meant to be grabbing things, and anyway, hopefully you'll be able to watch it. Now, I loved this show as a kid, and it really sparked my imagination. Rich O'Brien was amazing, him of the Rocky Horror Show, and yes, I'm sure Stephen Merchant will be doing a grand job as well. Jock will be signing Art of Jock, and it's a mini print edition, at the Forbidden Planet London Megastore on Saturday the 24th September from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Now, Jock is an acclaimed comic poster and concept art illustrator, and his book is a selection from his work from DC Comics Batman and Marvel's Wolverine to films such as I knew I'd not be able to pronounce it. Ex Machina. That's not too bad, is it? Ex Machina. He also did Dread and The Dark Knight Rises. His real name is Mark Simpson, and he won the 2001 National Comic Award for Best New Talent, and that was for 2000 AD. And he was also nominated for a 2006 Eisner Award for The Losers and the 2012 Stan Lee Award for Best Artist, and that was for Detective Comics. As I said, Jock would be signing copies on the 24th of September from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. at the Forbidden Planet London Megastore. And you can check out their website, which is forbiddenplanet.com, as you would imagine, and click on the events button to find out more. The British Fantasy Awards 2016 will be announced very, very soon. The shortlist was announced way back in June by the British Fantasy Society, with 4 nominees in each category. Although, having said that, there are more, so maybe they've updated it. I've just seen that on my list. And they were all decided by votes of the British Fantasy Society members and attendees of FantasyCon 2015. There were 13 different categories in all, and I've just picked out 2. The Best Fantasy Award is Guns of Dawn by Adrian Tchaikovsky, Half a War by Joe Abercrombie, I think that's even his name, The Iron Ghost by Jen Williams, Signal to Noise by Silvia Moreno Garcia, Sorcerer to the Crown by Zen Cho, and Uprooted by Naomi Novik. And I've also picked out Best Artist, because I do like art, Ben Baldwin, Vincent Chong, Julie Dillon and Evelyn Enkosing, Sarah Ann Langton and Jeffrey Ann Love. And I do apologise if I have butchered those names. The winners will be announced at the awards ceremony on Sunday the 25th of September at FantasyCon 2016. You can visit their website, which is the BritishFantasySociety.org, to see the full list. Kickstarter news. The Draken is a high-quality gaming table by Nordic by Nature. See what they did there? Nordic by Nature. Brilliant. These custom-built tables are hand-built by Nathan Hansen and his team of craftspeople in Post Falls, Idaho, USA. And I'm going to be quoting Nathan here. It says, "We believe that if you make something last 200 years, people will keep it around for 200 years. And we craft this table with that philosophy." I love that. I love natural resources when furniture is made out of wood or slate, anything like that. Absolutely love it. And the quality. You want quality in a gaming table. The table, they're made from various different hardwoods, using the mortise and tenon joinery at the base to make it rock solid, no glue. It's a big table. It's 88 inches long by 38.5 inches deep and 30.5 inches tall, and easily fits 8 people, which is good if you have board games that play up to 8 people. And the gaming area is 29.5 inches across to allow you to reach all the way to the gaming area. And it's 79 inches long, allowing enough room for board games, card stacks, and dice rolling, as you can imagine. The entire depth of the gaming well, because it's actually sunken in to stop, obviously, the dice from going off the edge or you losing, components from board games. It's 2.5 inches deep, and there's also there's an option where you can put a dining room table, an inlay into it, so you can actually change it back into a dining room table, which I think is a really cool idea. There's also accessories that you can add on to it if you like, such as drinking holders, to put your cup. And I like Nathan's attitude where he says, "We named it after the Viking dragon ships because it's large enough to have some epic battles on." That's the spirit. As you can imagine, though, this isn't going to be going cheap. It's $1,600, and that will get you the basic table. But if you love gaming and you love quality handmade craftsmanship, then this could be the gaming table for you. It finishes on the 28th of September. The Tantigel Dice Company are producing pewter polyhedral RPG dice. Wow, I thought I'd stumble over that, but there you go. If you think that Tantigel sounds familiar, you may have heard of King Arthur, obviously, and Tantigel is the village in Cornwall famous for being the alleged birthplace of King Arthur. Well, Tantigel Dice Company are making low lead content pewter dice with a choice of high polish finish or satin. Satin, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, satin. All the dice are 16mm in size, which apparently is the international standard. Didn't know there was one. And they're all handcrafted using centrifugal casting process that ensures that no air is left in the centre of the dice, so that they are not weighted. There are various pledge levels, as well as another set of skull dice, which look pretty cool. But they did say that these ones might actually be weighted because of the design. So I guess you'd be cheating if you were to use them. Now, from the picture that you can see behind me, I have backed this project as I've just got into Dungeons & Dragons and I wanted some special dice to use. People that play Dungeons & Dragons, you'll understand that. It's already funded and it finishes on the 10th of September. I do have another one. Oh, there it is. Yes, sorry, getting ahead of myself here. Death's Footsteps is a graphic fable of the underworld written by Chani Petro and illustrated by Jill Corbett. The graphic novel tells of the story of young Death, who is training to take over his father's place. He is out one night practicing his death march when he accidentally snares a mortal girl. And he tries to rectify the situation. He declares her his bride and brings her to the underworld. An intriguing story, I hope you agree. This is Chani's second book. Her previous book, Four Arms, is also available as part of a pledge level. Other pledge levels include a digital copy of the book, a print version of the book, and a 17-inch by 11-inch Forest of Beast poster. The illustrations do look beautiful, very simple, but they're very layered and textured, very evocative, very atmospheric. Looks really cool. It's already funded and it finishes on the 9th of September. And finally, Bottled Imp news. I am acting in more murder mysteries. For those of you that don't know, I also do a bit of acting on the side. And I've been booked for 2 more murder mysteries. They're held at various lovely hotels across England. And the basic premise is that there's going to be a setting for a murder where actors play characters and they mingle in amongst the audience and then they do scenes and then a murder happens. Maybe 2 murders, maybe 3 murders. It's all very exciting. And obviously the people are there, they have to work out the clues and they have to, talk to the characters and try and get information out from them. And there are various evening ones where it just takes place over a 3-course meal, and also there is a weekend ones. And the first weekend that I'm going to be doing is Nutfield Priory Hotel in Surrey. So if you're around Surrey and you've got a spare weekend, that's on the 10th and 11th of September. And the second one is an evening event at the Royal Cambridge Hotel in Cambridgeshire, obviously, and that is on the 24th of September. There are loads of other dates and other venues as well, but I'm going to be in those too. In fact, I did get a book for another one, but that's already sold out. So if you like your sleuthing, then you can check out their website, which is killinggame.co.uk for further details all about the plots and the hotels and how to book your tickets. It'll be great to see you there. Looking down on the list, that's all we have time for. Remember to watch our Friday fantasy show as well, where we do lots of other lovely, gorgeous stuff. Remember to spread the word, and thank you so much if you have subscribed. It's been a fantastic journey. Let's keep it going. But for now, that's all we have time for, which I've already said. What's the matter with me today? Anyway, keep it unreal, especially if you're going mad.